What's up, you guys? This is Between the Pylons. I'm your host, John Camacho. Thank you so much for watching. And today we are starting the first episode of the 2020 NFL Draft process. So I'm going to be putting out a lot of content about the draft. And today we are starting with Cam Akers, running back out of Florida State. I'm going to get to him in a second. First, I want to tell you guys about a little bit about what I've been doing. I'm going to kind of keep this quick. Basically, I have created a program to help me grade draft prospects, and there's a lot that goes into it. I'm not really going to bog you down with the details, but basically, I break a running back's skills or player's skills into every single category you can think of. And for the running back, there's about 9 main categories, and then there's a lot of other data that gets that comes in through the draft process. You have your 40 time, the athletic score, stuff like that. It all gets added in, and it spits out a final number. Now, the cool thing about what I do is I don't just have one grade for the player. I have different grades based on different skill sets, right? So I have my overall running back score, I have my overall power back score, and I have my overall scat back score. So I essentially grade a player one time, give my grade on every single skill set, and then the program that I built kind of spits out a score for the if you use him as a power back, he's this level player, or he has this score. If you view him as a scat bat, he has this score. And what it does, in my opinion, is it gives you more of a full view of what each player can be, and I think it's pretty cool. So without further ado, we will talk about Cam Akers. Dude's a baller. He was the highest rated running back coming out of his class in his recruiting class in 2017. Dude ended up going to Florida State over pretty much any other school in the country. He had his pick at that. He could have pretty much gone anywhere he wanted. Goes to Florida State, and honestly, it was probably a mistake. I'm a huge Florida State fan myself, but I mean, I can't deny the fact that his time at Florida State didn't go so great. Jimbo Fisher leaves for Texas A&M. Willie Taggart comes in for about a season and a half, and it's not good. It just wasn't good for him. He didn't have an offensive line. He didn't have a very good quarterback. He didn't have a lot to work with. But I think what you'll find as we go through this video is that, I mean, he made the most. He made the most out of kind of a bad situation for him, and it shouldn't take away from how incredibly talented this guy is. Cam Akers is an absolute baller, and we're gonna go through why I believe he's a baller and why I believe he should be among the top 5 or 6 running backs to go in this very, very good running back class. So what I want to do first is show you guys a visual representation of where I think Cam Akers is as far as his skill set, as far as his abilities. So I'm gonna flip the screen here. As you can see, this is Cam Akers' skill chart, right? So it kind of has every main ability. These first 4 right here: vision, agility, short area quickness, and acceleration. Those are my A skills, or my A group, right? They're the more important things that you need out of a good running back. And then you have a bunch of other ones: pass protection, power, pass catching, patience, breaking tackles, ability in the open field, and pad level and balance. That's kind of the B portion of the grade, and then there is a C portion, which is the that's a lot of the stuff that you find out later on. It has to do with his stats. It comes into play, injury history, his 40 times, stuff like that. All of that comes into play later on. And to be honest, at this point in the draft process, I kind of just have to guess to put a number. So you're going to see, that we'll cover that later on. What you see here, which you don't see with a lot of running backs, at least a lot of the ones that I've seen, is you kind of see a really good circle. There's no place that I feel like Cam Akers is missing. Like there's no skill set that I'm not seeing from him. You know, some of his lower skills, like ability in the open field, yeah, he's more inclined to, you know, run over you than make you miss, but he can make you miss. He has some skills there. So it's lower than maybe, you know, his power or pass catching, but it's still very good. Pad level still very, very good. 6.7, that's awesome. And some of these skills kind of coincide, like pad level and balance, and then your power kind of have a connection. I found, like, if you have good pad level, you have good balance, well, then you have the ability to kind of run over people. You have good power, stuff like that. It can coincide with breaking tackles, all of that. And then at the same time, pass catching, you don't always see a good pass catcher and a good power back in the same area. But I mean, Cam Akers was constantly surprising me with his ability to pluck balls out of the air that maybe weren't thrown very well to him. He has very soft hands, he's very natural natural athlete when it comes to that, and it showed. The thing about this is, you know, there weren't a lot of wow plays from Cam Akers because the offense wasn't very good. But from all the film that I watched, from everything I saw a guy who really was able to do just about everything you would want him to be able to do in the open field. And I think that is so important from the running back position, is the ability to kind of do it all. So I think what this shows, what the chart showed more than anything, is this is a guy who can be a true workhorse back. I mean, he can do absolutely everything you need him to be able to do. All right, y'all. So what I want to do now is show you 3 plays from Cam Akers that I think accentuates all the great aspects of Cam Akers. I think this shows everything that I loved from him. And we're going to start with this play right here. All right, so we're going to start here. Cam Akers, this is a run play here. What I love about this play, first of all, you see he shows the agility and vision to pop out of the first hole. Doesn't like what he sees over here. Doesn't like what this guy is about to come down on him. He easily and quickly pops out of that hole, readjusts in the pocket, and has the vision to find the hole. He makes this the first guy miss. Shows great agility there, and is able to make him miss in the hole. And probably my favorite part about this is the burst that he shows after that, to easily get away from anybody that was behind him. He shows quick and powerful burst. And then he finishes the play here, pounding this guy into the ground. Number 21 there had absolutely no chance but to take a massive, massive hit. And we're gonna go through this again. Watch this one more time. Pops out easy, following the blocks here. 59, who was the guard that looked like he was looked like he was a pulling guard there. Makes the guy miss in the hole, and then has the burst and agility to get upfield and finish the play. So that's probably my favorite part about him, is his ability to finish plays. Week in, week out, every game, every play, he lays down the boom at the end of plays, always falling forward, always making players hate tackling him, because he is such a small and compact guy who really lays the wood against these linebackers and safeties. The next play I want to show you guys, it's a pretty simple play. Let me switch here. Just a pretty simple play here, but it does show his pass catching ability. Takes the fake handoff, or is a fake handoff play action pass, and you see Bateman is it looks like it was maybe a screen, a really poorly designed screen, if so, or somebody missed their assignment. One of the linemen didn't understand what's going on. So there's only one lineman here, but Bateman is pump faking, kind of throwing off his back foot, and just kind of throws a ball. And I love Cam Akers' ability. Just watch how he just pops this ball, or grabs this ball out of the air, and is quickly able to turn upfield. It really just shows the main thing from that is it really just shows his ability to obviously catch the ball, has very soft hands, and he does that pretty consistently. He easily catches the ball, and the second he catches the ball, it's so natural for him to turn upfield, to quickly become a runner in the open field and gain an easy 10, 11 yards, much the same as a lot of these other plays. It's a small thing, I do know that, but it showed to me an ability, a pass-catching ability that I think you want to see out of running backs like this who didn't really get a lot of opportunities. Like, I didn't see a lot of pass-catching opportunities for Cam Akers this past season, but when he was given the opportunity, when the ball did go his way, he always made the most of it. He always displayed soft hands and an ability to turn the ball upfield and get some positive yards. And this is the last play I'm going to show. Obviously, this is all from the same Boise State game. You know, this is just the game that I picked that I felt showed all of his skills from bottom to top. And this is pass protection. He's probably the best pass protecting running back that I've seen as I've gone through the running backs in this draft class. Has a perfect, anchor, does exactly what you want to see from the running back position. So you see this is another play action pass, and you see, the 98 here, 99, whatever number he is, he's kind of blocking it. But you see Cam Akers get into that kind of squat position, take on the blocker head on. That's exactly what you want to see. This perfect anchor, holds the block, and does exactly what you want from a running back, right? So, these big-ass offensive linemen aren't going to hold forever. Neither is the 5'11", 220-pound, 215-pound Cam Akers. But he takes on a guy who's clearly bigger and stronger than him and holds off just long enough for Blackman to, well, throw it away. But that's not really the point. What you see, and I think you see something. You see that he has the ability to do something that not a lot of running backs can do right off the bat, and that is pass protect. It's probably one of my favorite traits about him is his ability to pass protect. While he can do all the other, great things in the running game, he has the ability to break off long runs. He has the ability to make you miss. He has the ability to run over you. He has all these skills, from the chart that I showed you earlier, and I'll put it back on the screen. He has all of that, but then at the same time, he can do one of the more important things, which is protect the quarterback and help in the passing game. And that's something that gets overlooked a lot, but it's one of the most important things from a running back. So now is the time to show you guys where I believe Cam Akers is, where he grades out on my scale. I do want to first say this is not complete because of the nature of the way the draft process works. I don't have all the information right now, and some of that information is vital to my grades. Now, it's not going to change a huge bit. I've done I've done the film study. I've done the more important work. So his grade is going to be in the same ballpark, but it might change a little bit here and there as far as everything else goes. I don't post my final rankings until I have all the information. So for now, what I'm going to show you guys right now as I switch the screen is what I see here, and obviously, so his overall score right here is 6.62. What that means is I think he's going to be probably a second to third round pick. I think that's kind of where he's at. Now, my score personally, I have him as a pretty lock and loaded second round pick. That's where that is. And the cool thing about it is he grades at a 6 point something across the board. So his scat back skill isn't quite as impressive as a lot of other guys. But he does have the power back behind him. What this whole thing shows is there's no huge gap in his skill set. He's going to be one of those guys that can do it all. He's going to be one of those 3-down backs that has the ability to come in at any point and help his football team win. And as I've shown throughout this video, I don't really see anywhere where he is seriously lacking in ability. There's nowhere where I'm truly worried about him as a player at the next level, and I think that's huge. I think it's very important to find guys like this. I think it makes them low risk, high reward type guys, and there's a lot of talent in this class. So there's gonna be the fact that there are a lot of other guys that you probably heard a little bit more about. Yeah, he's probably going to fall just a little bit. He probably isn't going to be a high second round pick or a high mid second round pick because of all the other running backs in the class. I think he does belong in the same range. I really do. I believe he belongs with the other guys. The Swifts, the Etiens, the J.K. Dobbins, guys like that. I believe he is in that category. He's probably on the bottom half of that category, but I do believe he deserves to be there. There is going to be a team that gets a really, really good football player, and they're probably because of the way this draft class is going to end up going with the amount of talent at the running back position. They're going to get him kind of cheaper than it could be deserved. I'm super excited to see where he lands as far as a comp for Cam Akers. It's a lazy comp, but I tend to think he is kind of the Dalvin Cook type of guy, and I understand Florida State, both Florida State guys, but that's the best. I've been racking my brain with it. That's the best comp that I can give him, and I think he can come in and fulfill the role that the Vikings gave Dalvin Cook. I feel like Cam Akers can do a very similar job, just as well. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to have a lot more content coming out very soon. I do post 2 videos a week starting this week. This is the beginning. I'm going to try and post something along this kind of video. I'm going to probably have to tweak the format a little bit. This is my first time really doing this type of video. So, let me know in the comments below what you would like to hear more about, how you think I can change and get better. I'm all about improving every day. So, like I said, thank you so much. Always remember 1% better every day. That is my goal. That should be your goal too. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.